Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. रब ज़िदनी इल्मा, ए रब मेरे इल्म में इजाफा फरमा. Assalamu alaikum dear students, welcome to the Google Classroom. I am Aksa Faisal and I am going to teach you the subject of science to the 4th class. We are going to study unit number 4 and the topic is living things and their environment. I have given explanation of some difficult terminology so the students would get familiar with the terms they are just coming ahead in this unit. Here's the word marshy places. Marshy places means boggy places, which is full of mud, and that is also called swamp. That is the synonym of marshy. Then we have a biosphere. Biosphere is basically the term which means a supportive environment of the earth for a living organism. It means that the earth is providing suitable environment like water, air, light, minerals and temperature to the living organisms. Then lithosphere. Lithospheres mean the crusty and rocky mountainous surface of the earth. Ice cap, covering of ice over a large area of earth, like in our polar region. Hydrosphere. Hydrosphere is the covering of water on earth in shape of oceans, rivers, lakes and etc. Crust of the earth, the most upper layer of the earth, that is called crust. Crust means layers. Mantle. Solid bulk of Earth's interior. It lies between the crust and the innermost layer of the Earth. Dear students, in this unit, we will read out about the environment and what is the relationship between environment and living beings and non-living beings as well. So what is going to be the first question that comes into our mind? What does it mean by environment? Environment is everything that is around us, wherever we happen to be. Our house, our school, our roads, playing areas, people, the city where we live in, and the air where we breathe, all form part of our environment. And on a wider scale, the environment of all living creature is the earth. Every living thing has its own environment. We need to take care of the living things in our environment as well as we should take care of the environment itself, those even non-living things such as the light, air, water and soil, so that they can be easily available to us whenever we need them. Dear students, being living beings, we are pretty much dependent on the supportive environment and suitable surroundings to live. Like for example, we are living in a region where there is snow everywhere, where the temperature is very cold and the living possibilities are very low. So how can we get survive over there? Definitely not. Being human beings, we need a controlled temperature, we need the pretty amount of water, oxygen, sunlight, and so many nutrients that can provide us energy to live and to work as well. So these all are included in our environment. That's the very simple thing. For example, if there is a place where there are mountains, this is very difficult to live in there. Environment which suits to our living possibilities is called biosphere. As I have already given the meaning of this word biosphere, biosphere is basically a part of the earth which have all the possible resources which is supportive for life over there. Like for example, there is earth, and on earth we can find water, air, light, minerals, controlled temperature. So all of the part of this earth will be included in biosphere environment. Here we are given the picture of a water cycle. When we see the picture, we come across with some questions like what does it mean by a water cycle? What is the purpose of this? How does it work? So these are all questions we are discussing here. When the sun shines on ocean, it heats the earth. It transforms a liquid into the gas called evaporation process. It can easily go up into the sky as the gas is lighter than the liquid. Then this liquid transforms into tiny droplets that forms cloud. And clouds give rain. Rain becomes a part of earth again, which forms lakes, streams, rivers, etc. The whole journey of the water is called water cycle. As we all know, without water, there would be no life on earth. Living things need water. Human and animals need water to help them digest food. The chemical changes in the body can only take place if there would be water in our body. Plants need water to help them to grow and to produce food in their leaves. So, how much the water is essential for us for our life is, we can easily imagine. Then we have another factor which is included in our biosphere, and that is air. Air is essential to us. The air surrounding the earth contains many gases, and one of these gases is oxygen. Oxygen is very important, and we take oxygen into the body when we breathe. All living things need oxygen to get energy from their food. Oxygen basically burns out the food to produce energy. This energy is used for the growth and to repair the damaged cells of the body. We breathe out carbon dioxide. It is another important gas. Plants basically use carbon dioxide to make their food on their own. Have another factor, which is light. The sun gives out light, and plants are able to make their own food by using sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water. Humans and animals, they all get energy from eating plants and other animals. So, sunlight is important for the plants as well as for animals. So, dear students, that was all about today's lesson. I want you all to read out page number 42 and 43 thoroughly and then try to attempt the worksheet which is given here, and we will discuss in the Google Meet, inshallah. I have provided you a video which would help you out to understand more in depth the water cycle. Thank you so much.
Dear students, that was all about today's lecture. Now I want you all to read out thoroughly page number 42 and 43 of unit number 4, and then make a folder in your copies and make your title pages of unit number 4 also. Thank you.